Question 25S is a supporting details question. It reads, the author ends the selection with information about Fosbury's later life in order to show. So the key things in the question are this idea of ends the selection, and then of course information about Fosbury's later life. And then we're thinking to ourselves, why did the author do this? That's what our question's really asking. One thing to be aware of here is that in 25S, the question doesn't give a specific paragraph. It just says ends the selection. So we need to go back as far as necessary to see where we begin talking about Fosbury's later life so that we can understand all of that information, all of those details, in order to make a reasonable decision about our answer. So I'm going to go back to the selection, and I'm going to just quickly point out after reading it that beginning in paragraph 10 and continuing to the last paragraph of 11 is where the author is talking about Fosbury's later life. So I'm going to read it and underline the information that's going to help me understand why we're even talking about Fosbury's later life. So Fosbury now works as a city engineer in Ketchum, Idaho, and is co-owner of an engineering firm. All right. He holds high jump clinics each summer at a track for young athletes. Okay, so he's no longer a professional high jumper or an Olympic high jumper, but he does continue to hold high jump clinics for athletes. Okay, paragraph 11. In 1998, Fosbury competed at the World Masters competition in Eugene, Oregon, and won the bronze medal. He was pleased to be involved because he believes in the value of exercise and would like to be a role model of healthy living for his age group. He was elected to the United States Olympic Hall of Fame in 1992. So when I look at this information, I see again, he continues to be involved in the sport. He continues to value exercise. He has been honored, and he wants to be a role model for healthy living. Okay, so he's not full-time, but still involved in high jumping. So I'm going to look at my answer choices and see if there's one that reaches that same conclusion. Answer choice F. What an athlete can expect when he or she gets older. Well, here's the key. What an athlete. This isn't about any athlete. This is about one particular athlete. So I think we can eliminate it because it's not saying all athletes can expect to be engineers and Olympic Hall of Famers. G. Fosbury's continued commitment to the sport and the honors he has received. All right, I see evidence of continued commitment. He has the clinics. He continues to compete at the Masters competition, and he was honored as an Olympic Hall of Famer. So G is looking like a good choice, but we still need to eliminate H and J. An example of what it takes to be elected to the United States Hall of Fame. Well, yeah, there is mention of the United States Olympics Hall of Fame, but it just says that he was elected, and answer choice H makes no mention of Fosbury's continued involvement, and that's pretty important in those final two paragraphs. So I'm going to eliminate H because G is still better. J, why it is important for famous athletes to serve as role models for others. Well, yes, it does say that Fosbury wants to continue to be a role model, but J also makes no mention of his continued involvement, and it makes no mention of his honors. So J, compared to G, is a weaker answer choice. G matches the answer choice that I came to by reading the passage myself, so I'm 100% sure that G is correct.